The men's 3,000 meters, and Craig, I love this race. This is interesting, challenging. The athletes seem to get faster all the time. Many of the best have run the equivalent of 4-minute miles. It should be a dandy.
Well, and they've talked about a very fast race led by Eric Mack, who has the fastest time coming in, running for the Air Force Academy. Keep your eye on as well on Robert Gary, this man, a 4th place finisher in the outdoor steeplechase event, so we know he's a tough guy.
All those steeplechase guys are tough, right?
Richie Boulet from Cal is the runner-up from a year ago.
And there's Eric Mack, the name, and he has the fastest time coming into this competition today. He's at the Air Force Academy. 12 competitors. Their times were, the fastest was Mack in his heat at 8 minutes 6 and 82/100ths of a second. The slowest qualifier was 8:12, and that was the legendary son of great Kip Keino, and that son is Bob Keino, who is running right now 3rd from last.
In the red top, the NCAA record, fastest ever by a collegiate athlete, 7:46.42 by Joe Falcon back in 1989. The meet record, 7:50.90 by Josephet Kapori from Washington State in 94. And Eric Mack, the man in 2nd right now in the blue, told me he felt that both of those times could go, that there were several athletes capable of running in the mid-740s.
You need a hard pace for that, though, and you tend to lose it in the first 800 meters if it becomes tactical, as many of these races are. And unless Mack pushes the pace, Cosey is not going fast enough. Just looking at leg turnover, you can tell that. It's a solid, comfortable pace here, and everybody's very comfortable here as they approach the first 400 meters of this race.
64 seconds, which would give them right around an 8-minute 3,000-meter race. But Mack told me he's not afraid to lead. He ran his NCAA leading time of 7:52 from the front, all by himself. And he said if it's slow, he'll take the pace and push it.
I asked him if he felt he had the speed to win it on his kick, and he said yes. And I was very impressed yesterday with Ryan Wilson, who is running right now in 4th place with his speed and his kick. And we'll see what these guys decide they're going to do, particularly over the last 800 meters of this race.
Wilson, as you mentioned, good finishing speed, says that he ran a 50-flat high school relay split in the 4x400 relay. So if it comes down to a kick, Larry, should be exciting.
Yes, it should. The men have about another 6 minutes of running, and we're going to come back and keep you posted on all this exciting action right after we do something these athletes can't. We're going to take a break. Welcome back, everyone. 3.5 laps, a little less than that left now, and the men's 3,000 meters, they're on 8-minute pace. Eric Mack is trying to force the issue. Bob Boulet is 2nd. Ryan Wilson moves up, and the race, I think, is underway, Craig.
Well, Mack has been trying to keep the pace moving, but he really hasn't been able to do so. Only running 8-minute pace most of the way. And now Wilson makes a move that no one is able to cover. And sometimes when races are slow, it's even more difficult to run because it's more nerve-wracking to run.
Jon Wild of Oklahoma State moves up. He's in 2nd right now, but if he's going to have a chance to try and do something, he better get up there now. 400 meters to go, 2 laps of the track, 6:54 with 2 laps to go, 400 meters, and it looks like it's all Ryan Wilson, the young man from Westlake, California, Agoura High School, which is a noted distance running power in California. He has run right on 4 minutes, and boy, look at him move. He's full of run as he still has a lap to go. I don't think anybody's going to get him by the looks of things.
Coach John McDonald, great luck with this event over the last few years, as he's run under 1 minute 30 seconds for the last 600 meters. The other guy's giving good chase now. Wilson, who won the Commissioner's Trophy at the SEC meet, where he was the high scorer, won the mile, the 3,000 meters, and was part of the distance medley relay for Arkansas, but he's starting to struggle a little bit now, Larry.
Here comes Robert Gary from Ohio State. Jon Wild trying to close. It's Gary. It's 50 meters to go. Ryan Wilson on guts is going to hold on and win the 3,000 meters. Gary takes 2nd. Jon Wild takes 3rd, and Eric Mack just gets to the line in 4th.
Under 2 minutes for his last 800 meters. Outstanding running for Ryan Wilson.
An excellent time, 7 minutes 51 and 67/100ths of a second. for Ryan Wilson. Boy, you know, the antenna goes up and the feeling in your mind is, I've got enough in my reservoir to begin my move now. I know I can hold it. I'll press. And you make up your mind with courage to go when there's 600 meters left in the race. That's a long sprint.
Well, and Eric Mack had done most of the work, but just wasn't ready for this sort of sprinting. Wilson's had a lot of injury trouble in recent times, but he's run metrically sub 4-minute mile pace. And once he unfurled his stride, he was not to be denied. A year ago, Jason Bunston won for Arkansas. This year, it's Ryan Wilson.
Our congratulations to Ryan Wilson as he heads towards the finish line. Nobody in college has run 3,000 meters this year indoors within 4 seconds of what this man accomplished here today at the NCAAs.